We are back here on Girl Talk. We're at Beaufort Memorial Hospital. Dr. Kirk Gamble, thank you for joining us.
Pleasure.
Shauna Bishop, thank you for joining us. I am thrilled to be talking to you today. New, innovative kinds of things going on here at the hospital. Talk to us a little bit about what's going on. You've got a new app.
We do have a new app. It's called BMH Care Anywhere, and it's virtually a old-fashioned, old-school house call. So from any app, from any computer, from any iPhone, you can log in, you can create an account, and you can have an old-school house call with a provider.
Okay, the real question we want to ask is why? Why is that so important, Dr. Gamble?
Well, we think it's another tool that'll do two things. One, create another opportunity for our patients to access us. So we're always trying to think of the concept as broaden our doorway. So we have the conventional visits, we have emergency room visits. We're going to be opening up an urgent care very soon. We have a portal for patients to go online. And so this is just another tool in our toolbox for patients to access us conveniently, so to widen the doorway for patient convenience. And then also it helps us work smarter. Physicians' time and the patient's time is limited, but for very minor types of visits, rather than have the patient have to come in and go through that whole process, clog up the waiting room, these are things that can be typically taken care of in 5 to 10 minutes over the phone.
Well, what's funny about it is Shauna and I were talking before we started the segment, and I was saying, you know, my mom and dad live with me. They're 90 and 91. The toughest part for me right now is getting them to the physician. So was there a need? Is that what you look for when you create a project like this?
I think our rural areas who don't have access to health care and have to drive a long way, the elderly, new moms with little babies, that they have to get them dressed and out the door. So this is going to help serve the underserved as well as grow our footprint in areas that we currently don't have patients.
All right, how does it work? What does it treat? And I already kind of know what to do because I downloaded the app, and it is so user-friendly, and I would not call myself a technical wizard at all.
So that's the goal, is to make it really easy.
It really was.
To come in. And so what it treats, what's appropriate for these type of visits, the way I like to think of it, typically something that you would call and say, I need to get in today if I can for convenience, or that you would go to an urgent care for. So minor aches and pains, bumps, bruises, colds, flu, urinary tract infections. There's a list of sort of the typical things on the
Okay, there is a
on
list on the
homepage
app that can
that show-
okay.
Right, and if you log in and you have something that's not appropriate, like let's say I'm having crushing chest pain, something that typically we would worry needs hands on, eyes on, could be a heart attack, something like that, the app actually will redirect you and
say get into the emergency department.
This is not a televisit, right, exactly.
When you go to, how does it physically work? Can you share with me a little bit about?
Sure.
I know enough to be dangerous right now.
Sure. So once you download the app,
All right.
you actually create a username and password.
Which I just did.
Yep, and it has a geolocator in it, so it can tell you physically where you are. So a list of pharmacies are going to pop up.
Got it.
You're going to select the pharmacy that you choose in your area. Then you put in your credit card information. You're going to put in your problems, your allergies, your immunizations, anything that you would do prior to going in and seeing the doctor.
Okay.
Once the doctor comes online, they are going to review those items with you. They're going to figure out your diagnosis. They're going to send the script, and you log out and you're done. And the whole process from downloading the app to actually having a visit is less than 10 minutes.
Is it really?
10 minutes.
Now, let me ask you a question. I do a lot of traveling. Is this something that I can take on the road with me as well as anything?
It is. The locator knows exactly where you are, so it will find a licensed provider in the state that you're in.
Which is really important. Talk to us about that for just a moment.
Yeah, so you want to obviously be able to use it anywhere that you go, but the way that the laws work, the doctor that's treating you has to have a license where you are.
Okay, that makes sense.
So the app automatically knows that. It knows if you're in California, but you can still access BMH Care Anywhere from California, but it will direct you to the California licensed physicians so that it's compliant with the state laws.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. Now, fees involved in this, how does all that work?
It's $59.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's like Uber. You pay like you would pay for an Uber ride.
You pick your provider, you pay your $59,
Is that really?
Yes.
and you're in and you get to pick the provider It's a flat fee. You know what it's going to be, and then you can. They email you your care summary, and you can turn that into your insurance company.
Okay, so they email you. All right, we're going to have to review this a little bit because I
Okay.
think we've gotten, you know, really in 5 minutes, tons and tons of information. But that's the whole point of doing this BMH Care Anywhere, is to keep it really simple. Let's review again. This is an app that you can download.
Yes.
Okay.
Or you can go onto your computer, any computer that has a webcam. You can go to bmhcareanywhere.org, and you can do it from your computer if you don't have an iPhone or an Android.
Okay, that makes sense. And it's very simple. I just did it. You literally fill in information, kind of broad spectrum history, if you will. I filled in my age and gender and things like that. And then I can use it as an urgent care.
Yes.
You guys are amazing. I appreciate you coming on, as
Thank you for
always.
being here.
Every time we come here, our takeaway is really phenomenal. So thank you. Stay with us. There's a lot more to come here on Girl Talk. To access BMH Care Anywhere, download the app from the App Store or Google Play, or visit bmhcareanywhere.org. That's bmhcareanywhere.org.